Part 2 at last. Here we go. The Centipedes. And the release of Sayador. I don't care how you pronounce it. I pronounce it Skip. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. He's not a bad character, to be fair. He really isn't. It's just bad timing. We got Paladin Cecil, we got Kais, we got Gabrantha. Can't do it. And I'm broke. I gotta save all my stuff. I can't do it. But I did see a Sayador in action for the Chaos Co-op. I did that already before I did this. I went with Zero and Young. And Zero pulled for Sayador, maxed his boards and everything. And man, that dude hits like a truck. I know synergy boost, but still. We kept timing it where, because I popped my Onion Knight burst, had the HP boost going right when his EX was up. That EX is lethal. It hits a bunch of times and batteries everybody to full. You do that into a launch, it's delicious. It's pretty nice. Speaking of launch, yeah, here we go again. I was hearing some, I'm going to call it misinformation about this stage, about how you need to let these centipedes attack you. You don't at all. You can just do stuff like this. Another good character here is Omnia, because these things do really like to get the jump on you, and if they get a turn, they'll hit you with that recast, which dispels a buff and hurts a lot. So, oh, and it hits you with a really bad debuff that stacks. And the more it stacks, the more it saps your HP. Yeah, I'm not going to deal with that. That's just not going to happen. And the orb that's active right now, that is contingent on cleansing buffs. So, excuse me, not cleansing buffs, cleansing debuffs, excuse me. So, another great stage for niche FF11 guy Balthier. It's amazing how he's so good for so many stages. You know, it's actually not amazing. It's common of global firsts. You'd think people would learn, but hey, here we are. Also, that recast, it ignores damage reduction. So, I'm pretty sure it just cuts through Warrior of Light shields. Don't quote me on that, I haven't tried it myself, but it's possible. But yeah, a lot of damage reduction it'll just bypass. So, be wary of that. You might be better off trying to debuff it. Oh, they're also, in typical Square fashion, you know, they just gave us the RCL at LD. Oh yay, we're so excited. Oh, and she's synergy for this stage. That's so cool. They're immune to HP silence. Thank you, Square. That's just brilliant. Thank you. They're immune to paralysis too. And they absorb thunder. Because Kryl would be here if that wasn't the case. I was planning on bringing her. I cannot speak. I was planning on bringing her here. There we go. Until I learned that. So instead I went with this. Also, you see this blue aura that they have around them? I'm not gonna lie, I'm not entirely sure how it works. So I'm sure someone who's listening to this knows more about it than I do, but I know it relates to elemental damage. I think you have to hit them with ice or holy. I think. In order to actually do damage. Because otherwise, there's a good chance to just hit once. But it's possible that other enchants and perils work. I don't know. I haven't tested it. So, you might have to just look for yourself. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend like I do. But, I know the ice element works wonders. So, Onion Knight. Yeah, that's what we need to hear. Just loud cars in the background. Yeah, that's great for the video. It's staying in. So professional. I just got to 1,000 subs. I shouldn't be doing this. I should have edited that out. I'm not going to. It's okay. It adds flavor. I'm just going to say that. No, I'm not lazy. I just like the flavor. Okay, so... Oh, they also like to cleanse. They cleanse twice. That would be at the 79% health threshold and again at 49. And at 49, those orbs come back up. So I gave Ramza a Pinello call to offset the orb. And that's really all we needed with a comp like this. This fight definitely isn't as bad as the Medusas. Definitely not. Okay, alright. Okay, so see how Ramza has a debuff there. But that's not good because he's the one that's going to get swapped. Which means we can't cleanse it, so you got to debuff us right now. Oh yeah, okay. I want to elaborate a little more. Because that's what people were saying was you have to let them attack you in order to get debuffed. That isn't true. See, look, we just got debuffed. So the second you get them under that threshold there, the 49% threshold, they'll just debuff you even if it isn't their turn. So what I opted to do was wear this out for a little bit longer, go into the summon. I said go into the summon any day now. Go into the summon. There we go. There we go. So now we can do damage in here and freeze those orbs where they are. Dark Knight Cecil will come back. And right as that orb is about to tick down to its very last one, we can pop the Pinello call and refresh it to, I believe it's 20. Yeah, it's a pretty big jump. So you don't need, if your comp is right, you don't need a whole lot of debuff cleanse. I mean, I literally brought one turn of debuff cleanse, which was the Pinello call, and it was more than enough. So yeah, you don't necessarily need to get dispelled. You don't need to be hit with their awful frame debuff to tango with them. In certain comps, you might have to, but not for this one. Okay, let's reapply that HP damage up. We've had HP damage up basically, even though they're cleansing and stuff, we've had HP damage up for basically this whole fight. I mean, when it was there when Cecil was out, and when he left, we basically just went to the Onion Knight burst right away. So now we're stacking on HP damage up right now. With Cecil's debuff and the Onion Knight burst effect, you can't go wrong with it. And I purposely saved a lot of my Ramza's LDs for turn spacing when we got to this part here. In retrospect, I probably could have gone a little harder with them, but I really just wanted to be sure that their turns were nowhere near ours. Because I don't want to get hit with that recast. Especially with this team. We'd have a dead Cecil if that happens. No thanks. Alright. We can move Onion Knight back in the turn order, move everyone else up, so that the other two can take full advantage of that burst effect. It only has one left right now. Okay, so the orbs are getting lower too. Let's see, I think it's a 20 count increase, or like goes back up to 20. Okay, look at all that brave you got. And yes, they have Brave Game Reduction. That's just a thing now that we have to deal with. Yeah, look at that. It increases by 20. Look, one of them was at 1, the other one was at 2. Now we're at 21 and 22. So like I said, you don't really have to prioritize debuff cleanse that much. It should be here in some form, but you don't have to build an entire team that's centered around debuff cleanse. And this is proof of that. You know, we should have used this a lot earlier. Definitely. Better late than never, I suppose. I kind of just forgot about it. There we go. I think we have a Ramza EX. We do. Into a launch. Perfect. We have a hope call. We could have had Magic Imperil this whole time. What was I thinking? Alright, let's close this out. Bye-bye, centipedes. That was fun. I'm going to be in this Chaos Co-op a lot because I'm glad it's multi-target. It's 2 bosses, which is really cool. So yeah, I'm going to be in there a lot. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed. I want to see your comps, and thanks for watching.